Hey everyone. Okay, so today I decided to do a how-to video on acrylic nails because I like to do my own acrylic nails. When you go to a salon, they charge you $30, $40, $50, $60 depending where you go. And when you do them at home, it's just so much less, it's not even funny. And you can have them whenever you want that way. I work in retail, and when I mentioned that I did my own acrylic nails, especially a lot of young women are like, oh, you know how to do that, because they think you have to get training or school or something like that, and you have to have all this special knowledge. You really, really don't. It's actually a lot easier than people think. So I'm going to show you how to do it. First thing you do is you just get yourself one of these kits, and these are sold, you can go to Walmart and get them. Sally's Beauty Place might have them too, but Walmart's probably the easiest place to get them from. This one's the Complete Salon Acrylic Kit, but there's all different kinds. This has a lot of stuff in it, but there's simpler kits that are cheaper. This one was about $15, but there's ones that are $7 or $8, and they have, just the acrylic and a little bit of nails, but this, like I said, this has a lot of stuff in it. So I'll just show you what is in this particular kit. And this is pretty much everything you would need. Most kits are, even the cheap ones, are everything you need to do it yourself, honestly. But this kit has, these are nail forms. I think there's like, 10 of them in there or something? But these are to put around your nails so that you can sculpt an acrylic nail if you want. But that's a little more advanced. We're not going to do that. We're going to use the artificial nail tips instead of building them. I haven't tried nail sculpting yet, so I'll eventually get around to that. I'll probably do a video about it. This is the acrylic powder, and you're going to be working with basically acrylic powder and acrylic liquid. So this is your acrylic liquid, acrylic primer, I'll show you what that's for, and just regular nail glue. This is Apple Fresh. You basically drop it into your acrylic liquid and it makes the smell not so harsh. It smells more like apples, I guess. It's okay. And then this is a little cup to put your acrylic liquid in. I actually use a glass one because it's more stable than this. I bought mine at a beauty supply store, but you can use the one it comes with if you want to. Then they've got a nail buffer here for like filing and buffing your nails. Then there's two compartments on this kit. The second compartment underneath, it slides out like a drawer. So it comes out like this. And then you've got white French tip nails, and you have the regular clear nails. So it just depends what kind you want to do. You've also got a nail file right here. And this is your acrylic brush on the side over here, if I can get it out. So it's got the little fine smooth bristles, and then you have your tool, which you could use this to push cuticles back. You could use it to, if you're putting jewels on your nails, you can move them around with this. So the first thing you want to do is prep your nails, so make sure they're smooth. But the biggest thing is you need to go like this on top of your nail. Just make sure you file the whole surface of your nail and get all the shine off of your nail, because that'll create something for the acrylic to grip onto. It has a much stronger hold that way. Just make sure that you don't file too hard, because you're not trying to wear your nails raw. You just want to get the shine off. And so once you've got all your nails buffed, go ahead and brush off all the filing dust. So at this point, you're going to take one of your nails, and you take the filer and you file down like this. File down. And you try to make the edge, so you can see the edge here, there's like it's thinner right here because there's I'm sorry, I'm outside and there's a plane overhead. But it's thinner here so that it can blend into your real nail. But honestly, you still see the line, when you put these on. So it's really better to just file that as thin as you possibly can without damaging the nail, so it'll blend into your real nail better. And I know I've already pre-filed my nails before the video, so they're mostly done. But I can tell when they're thin enough when I push on them like this, and they bend really easily. See how those bend when I just barely push on them? So they're thin enough. At this point, you just take your nail glue, and I like to just sort of fill in that thin area, because you're only going to put this on the front half of your nail. It does not cover your whole entire nail. It only covers the front half of your nail. Because acrylic nail tips are exactly that, they're just tips. And then what I like to do is, I actually don't turn my nail upright, I leave it upside down, and I'll actually lower my nail into my real nail, into the artificial nail. And I look kind of funny when I do this, because I hold my hands above my head, and I hold it like this, and do this, and I look up at it, because I'm doing that to prevent air bubbles, because I can see, if I do it upside down, it makes the glue pool into the bottom of the nail, and when I keep it upside down for at least 10 seconds, while I'm holding my nail in there, it will prevent the air bubbles from forming. At this point, they're going to be a little bit too long, so you're going to need to trim them. I like to keep mine about this length, so I'll trim mine down. And I just cut the left side and the right side, and then I twist off the excess. Now you need to just file it, if you want it straight edges, or if you want it a round tip, whatever you want, and you do that with all of your nails. Okay, and at this point, this is where you apply your acrylic. Once you got everything trimmed and filed down where you want it, you dip your brush all the way in, get it totally, work the bubbles out of it. There's going to be little air bubbles in it. Then you wipe it off on the side of the little dish. Then you dip it in the powder. Don't dip the whole thing, just dip the tip of it, and kind of like one side of the tip, and you hold it in there for about 3 seconds. So just like this, 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to let the little bead form. That's the little ball or bead, whatever you want to call it. And you apply it to your nail like this. Get it all on there, and then press it down, especially over the area where the nail is blending into your natural nail, the fake nail it is. Then spread it out like this. This is at a really awkward angle for me, so it's very hard. Make sure none of it gets on your skin though, like kind of just wipe it off if it does. And you want to make the acrylic very thin up by your cuticle, so very super thin by the cuticle, and then it can be thicker everywhere else. So you do one coat here up by where it joins, very thin coat by your cuticle, and then another coat to brush down. And then always wipe your brush off after each application. We're going to go in and do another one. Wipe the brush off really good on the rim. Dip it in the powder, and then apply the bead. Sorry, I'm losing my light here. The sun's starting to go down. So once it dries, you're going to let it dry for about 5 minutes. You're going to file it down nice and smooth, just to make sure that you get rid of any lumps or bumps or any uneven areas. The entire surface should be nice and smooth. And trust me, as you file, it's going to look messy, but it's going to look a lot uglier before it looks prettier. Okay, I did have to go indoors because I lost my daylight outside. But once your nails are all filed down to where you want them, they're going to look very, very foggy. So the way you make them nice and clear is the final step. You brush all the filing dust off of your nails, which I've already done, and then you apply some clear gel top coat. You need to use gel anytime that you use acrylic, because it helps keep it from peeling. because acrylic can peel from time to time, especially on the edges or where the artificial nail meets the natural nail. So this sort of helps prolong the life of your acrylic job. And you need to get the kind that doesn't require a curing lamp, or a curing light, because some of them do. So just make sure you get clear gel that doesn't need a light. And you go ahead and apply this to your nail, a generous amount. You just spread it over your nail, and instantly, practically, it will clear up. So I don't know if you can see that, but hold on, let me try getting it to focus better. Hopefully you can see that. But it's like it instantly makes it clear and more natural looking. So after you've got the clear top coat on, you'll find they get shiny and clear, and they look fairly natural. But now you got some roughed up cuticle edges and all that, so you should take some cuticle cream. It's pretty firm, so you really have to rub around in it to get some on. And you just apply it to your cuticles. Oops, I got some on my nail there, but that's okay. That just means less work to get it out. You just rub it around on your cuticles and sort of massage it in, and they'll look a lot smoother. And there you go. Now you have some nice acrylic nails that you did yourself at home. Oh, I got some right there. But the thing is, one of those $15 kits will last you for several nail jobs. So you figure, you know, it's like literally just a few dollars, you know, $3 to $5 per nail job rather than $30, $40, $50, $60 at a nail salon. Okay, that's it, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.